Okay guys, this is an introduction to how to use Flash. First of all, we're going to start off with some basic animations, and we're going to open up a new document. And first of all, this is how to create a classic tween. So our first step will be to create, let's say in this case, a rectangle, and our rectangle has both a stroke and it also has a fill. Let's select the entire object and we can convert this to a symbol. You can do this simply by pressing F8 as a shortcut, or alternatively modify, convert to symbol. We'll give it a name, in this case blue rectangle, and you should see over here that that will now appear in the library. So for our classic tween, we decide where we want this to appear in the first frame, and then we will choose another frame here, so in this case frame 35, and we'll insert another keyframe there, and we'll move our object where we want it to be. So there's where it'll be in frame 1, there's where it'll be in frame 35. Of course, at the moment, all it does is flick from one to the other, and we want this to be a smooth transition. So we will right-click anywhere in between the two amounts, and we will choose Create Tween. And you can see that this now puts the arrow in, and when we scrub, it moves between the 2 points. Okay, so quite straightforward. That is a classic tween. If on the other hand what we want to undertake is something a little bit more configurable, we can create something just called a motion tween. And a motion tween allows us to do the same thing, but rather than having to put keyframes in each time, we can move things around. So let's also create a new layer there, and we'll take the same item from our library over here, and I'm going to put him at the start. I'm going to put him over here, and rather than having to put another keyframe in, all we need to do is right click and choose Create Motion Tween, and you'll see now that that has made this area up here go up to there. And if we now just come to different parts of our timeline, so frame 20, move it to where we want it to go, frame 30, where we want it to go. And you'll notice all the time that I'm doing this, this is drawing a motion path. And so as we scrub backwards and forwards, object follows the line. Now at the moment this line is square, but you'll notice when you put your mouse over it, you can bend the line. So our motion no longer just has to be a straight line. And so as we scrub between these 2 points, we can see that our object moves about. So that's some very simple techniques on how to perform a motion tween and a classic tween. We'll see how we can implement that practically as we go on to the next bit.